Hey guys, welcome to Advancing Security. Today we have a little bit of a read. What I'm going to do with this online article is that I'm going to extrapolate some of the major points so you get a better idea and you can look it up on yourself or read the whole thing when you have some time. The risk of harm to private security personnel. What are today's biggest problems? This comes from security-ligue.org. Cue that intro. Occupational health and safety experts offer regular reminders that a company's own safety data is the best source of information for improving safety outcomes. By conducting thorough incident investigation and complying and analyzing employees' injury data on why, when, and how they got hurt, a company can identify controls, training, and other opportunities to reduce the likelihood of future injuries and adhere health events. While external data is not as valuable, it can also provide useful insights. Industry-level knowledge on the frequency of safety events can help to put one's own safety efforts in context. It may also suggest areas that need additional emphasis. This article extracts insight from recent global statistics and scientific research on health and safety events impacting private security officers. It also describes efforts by the league members to reduce harm to their employee. So on the second paragraph, I think they really highlight the type of injuries security guards are getting. Not the type, but the numbers, right? It's because this is all a numbers game. In order to make people feel something, you gotta talk about the numbers. So, security work is particularly dangerous, data show. In some countries, for example, nearly 2 private security officers are killed on duty for every police officer fatality. So that means for every 1 cop that's dead, there's 2 security that are down, right? On average, security officers suffers injuries at more than twice the rate of average workers. The whole average worker can include teachers, it can include a bus driver or a carpenter. So, going back to in some countries, I know I got pretty much a United States demographic watching my videos or clicking to it for the moment. But this is just to give you an idea of the kind of problems security is having, not just in the US, but around the world. So within this article, they have a section called causes. That's what I'm going to read right now and put my thoughts behind it. Violence is the leading cause of on-the-job fatalities, but slip and falls account for the greatest share of injuries to private security officers, typically in the range of 30 to 40%. According to analysts of official data from multiple countries, including Australia, the UK, South Africa, and the US, it has also been the conclusion of multiple academic studies of work injuries in the security sector. So, what are we talking about here? And with my bad reading. Overall, a lot of us are just getting slip and fall accidents, and this could be due to bad footwear, which I think the first 6-9 months when I started security, I didn't invest in footwear, good footwear. Messed up surfaces. That means you're walking, you're patrolling on slippery surfaces. You know, something's wet, there's a pipe leaking, maintenance didn't dry up with their mop, or you're walking on icy surfaces as well. Like, I've seen people fall. Like, this is ridiculous. Now this part is very interesting because they give a list of what's going on with us, right? Data suggests that the most common source of injuries for security officers are, in general order, as slips, trips, and falls. Assaults, contact with objects or animals. That means, you know, you touch something, you got some poison on you all of a sudden, right? You got to call poison control, or an animal bit you, things like that, right? Transportation accidents. That means if you drive an armed truck, you patrol in a vehicle or in a motorcycle, whatever it is, you have some accidents, while getting from point A to point B while driving. They also have overexertion. That is so important. People are constantly working more than 50, 60 hours, or they're working more than what their body can handle. And the last one is exposure to harmful substance or environment. Now we're getting into the fatalities part of the article. This is where they're going to focus mostly on that. The rate of fatal workplace injuries to security guards is more than twice that of workers in general. Listen to what I just said. The rate of fatal workplace injuries to security guards is more than twice that of workers in general. Data indicates that the most fatal work injuries to security officers are the result of assaults and other violent acts. Transportation incidents are second, Although assaults and other violent acts are the source of fatalities in vast majority cases, it's worth noting that security guards can be killed on duty from numerous causes. Data from several countries show that up to 10% of security guards' deaths result from exposure to harmful substances or environment. Oh, this is crazy. In one such case, a security officer providing services to a church died from carbon monoxide poisoning. Church officials, because previous generators had been stolen, placed 2 units in a second floor room without proper ventilation to provide external power during services. When the officer went to the second floor as part of his security check, he collapsed and later died. That's why I always say you gotta know everything that happens in your building. You have to know how it affects you, because the way it affects you, it might affect other people. And then, you can also give, some advice like, hey, keeping those generators up there without proper ventilation can cause X, Y, and Z. Officer safety is always at risk in dynamic environments, such as construction sites. In another fatality investigation, a security guard patrolling a house development under construction parked his vehicle on a dirt shoulder of the site's access road. The ground gave away as he was exiting the vehicle, causing the truck to slide down an incline and pinning the officer between his truck and a boulder, killing him. All right, guys, now we're going to get into the last section of this article, and it's been quite the read so far. It's called Long-Term Health. In 2018, data released by the Office of National Statistics in the UK was startling. It said that the average security guard dies at the age of 62. The average security guard dies at the age of 62. This is what the UK, these guys say. All right. When the average life expectancy in the UK is 79.2 years for men and 82.9 years for women. Is this job worth it? Of the 1,687 guards' deaths that were examined in the study, half were caused by heart disease and a quarter were from lung disease. Heart disease and lung disease is shortening our life expectancies as guards, at least in the UK. I think in the States it's probably obesity and heart disease. Talking as a big man myself. Chronic stress drives many chronic diseases, including both heart disease and lung disease, according to the World Health Organization, WHO, which calls stress the health epidemic of the 21st century. All right, guys, that's it and that's that. If you found value in this video, please press like, leave a comment down below saying thank you and gracias, and subscribe if you want to be part of this advanced security guard journey. I'm looking out for you guys as best as I can. I'm pumping out content as fast as I can with the best quality I can, but also consider, I'm a new YouTuber and I'm going to be rough around the edges every once in a while. Take care of yourself, love yourself, wear your PPE, wipe down your workstation, and ciao. See you next time. Love you guys. Peace.